we start. Jeez.
Told you not to
You
start
have
without me.
ants in your pants every time. And
Your
then,
pants are made out of other six-legged things.
joke's on you, I'm not even wearing pants. Are you just gonna sit there and do that the whole time instead of actually participating in today's show?
Yes.
Is this just me?
Yeah, probably.
Oh,
just,
okay.
probably just.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Serious Bears Business, starring Just Justin.
If you're gonna call it serious beersness without having any beer,
We could make this serious beersness.
I've had plenty today. I've had plenty to eat. Had enough beer, which is like half a cup. That's all I've had today. But we came
was a lot of beer.
we just came from shooting this hot shot Canadian show that we're not allowed to talk about yet because it's not out yet.
Is that we could talk about it?
Yeah, but I'm making it more elusive.
Oh, it makes it sound more exclusive. Yeah.
And do you want people to watch it, or do you want to be
Yeah,
like,
they purposely sought us out to be on this show. No, we got to do a thing for the Canadian Food Network today.
basically just eat sandwiches?
Yeah, there's a local restaurant around here called PB&J's Grilled, and it's just divine.
Like seriously, look it
Yeah,
up. And
it's
I know,
super good.
I don't want. Where do I put this thing? Over here.
Yeah, you're losing phone privileges for the rest of the show.
Sorry, everyone, but I'm so distracted by this phone. Is anyone here yet? Comment now. All right.
No one's here yet.
Yeah, we're just.
Whatever.
We have to get it warmed up.
Yeah.
Oh, but I do want to talk about this new toothbrush. It's very important.
Okay.
So can I share about the toothbrush for just a
There's a
minute?
toothbrush?
Yeah, there's a toothbrush. So, a company messaged me, right? So we get a lot of messages from different companies, and they usually say stuff like
Ahoy, everyone.
OMG, we have seen your YouTube channel and heard of your legendary fame. We really
Yeah.
we really like for you to look at our hot new product for people.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, okay, where are you going with this? And it's like, you are so beautiful. They always like do all that shit. Like,
Yeah, it's like they're trying to like hire a legendary hero to save their
Right.
village or something, and it's like, we've heard of the greatness that you have done throughout the land. And yeah,
and they were like, would you like to make a video on our toothbrush? And so I said, no. But then I looked at it. Where's the button for what we're playing? There we go.
it's what we're playing.
Yeah. Look at this thing. It's a black toothbrush with gold trim. It looks like something you'd see in like an 80s drug lord's house, right? That gold trim, like really
Fairy
sits off.
Will?
It's called the Fairy Will. And I said I would use it, and if I like it, I'll mention it on the show. And I like it, like quite a bit.
Who will brush your teeth?
Fairy Will, brush your teeth. So that's why I'm giving these guys a free plug. I didn't charge them or anything for this, but I said if it's a good product, we'll check it out. On the bottom there, that's a little charging plug, and it's USB. But the weird thing is it's not USB on the bottom. It's just USB into the wall. So they kind of fudge that up. It's not a proprietary thing. There's three different settings, right?
How's it going, guys?
Three different brushing settings as opposed to like the Sonic Air that only has like the one. It, like, look at that thing wiggle and vibrate. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. And there,
Shake
it
it,
does.
shake it. Yeah.
Oh, it's over.
Oh, well.
It does three different settings there. But Fairy Well toothbrush, guys,
We're soft again?
it's pretty good. What do you mean by soft?
What do you mean we're soft? You're soft.
Yeah. You Jack
I'm
Russell.
fucking hardcore. Who are you talking to?
Yeah, you Jack
Yeah.
Russell Terrier herder. You mean our audio levels? Hey, check.
Hi. How soft do you need us?
I'll show you soft.
Your audio is low.
There were these two girls that walked by, and I could only become so flaccid, and they made it even worse
Yeah.
today because they were wearing earrings that said "baby" on them.
Yeah.
Look, like that was it for me.
Yeah, so, like-
I've had like one of those
so-
days where it's like every guy's chasing them around, and their earrings said "baby," and I'm like,
Yeah, like so during the shoot that we were doing,
Right.
like two attractive girls just like walked on to the restaurant because it was closed.
with an exotic accent.
Yeah, with an exotic accent, and they walked onto the restaurant, which was closed and everything, and they were literally like turning other people away and stuff.
Yeah, like old woman.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
you know what? We're busy today. Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Two guys coming in for sandwiches.
They're like,
we
"Oh,
are
you
closed.
guys got out of here." Two attractive girls with foreign accents walked in, and like literally one of the PAs was like falling over himself to try to, and like they were like, "Oh, we're filming something," and they were like, "Oh, well, do you have any free food we could have?" And all of a sudden, like this guy was rushing
You
over
want-
with beers,
you want
and
cocktails?
he brought cocktails and all this other stuff, and he was just like running around the restaurant trying to find whatever he can for these two girls on the off chance that giving them free things might end up with them touching his penis. And he just like went and went and went and went. He was like trying so hard, and we left to go get coffee, and we came back, and those two girls were like gone.
Yes.
They literally showed up, got a bunch of free stuff,
free drinks.
yeah, and then just like peaced out.
And that's when it kind of hit me that, oh my God, you can be a professional sexy person and just trot around the globe. You know, you have to make sure you go to like nice neighborhoods. They were in a nice neighborhood, right?
Yeah,
Because there's different chances of like robbery and that sort of thing in different neighborhoods. They went in
Sure.
a very, very, very nice neighborhood. This is like, if you've been to New York, the area we were in was called the Pearl District. It's like the Soho compared to New York, you
Sure,
know?
yeah.
Or even like if you're in Hong Kong, the Soho equivalent of that, like just nice
Yeah.
upscale area. Wander around and just take advantage of everything you see. Be like,
Yeah.
oh, can I have some coffee? Like, of
can I
course
get
you-
some free coffee?
What do you do for a living? I'm a professional sexy
Well, I
person.
walk around in these skin-tight leggings and ask for free things, and
With
so far
baby
it works. Yeah.
earrings.
Oh my god.
So,
yeah.
I think that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, from now on we're just gonna be professional hot people.
Yeah, I'm gonna get tore up from the floor up.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna wander around wondering why everyone's not giving me everything.
Wear
I-
leggings,
Yeah, I
like
just-
that say juicy on them or something, and then just ask for free shit and see how far you get.
And then if that doesn't work, we could just threaten people.
Right, professional hot people.
So, guys, sorry, this will be our last stream.
Yep.
From now on, we're just gonna be professional globetrotting hot people.
Yep.
Check us out on Instagram.
Didn't realize it was my calling until today. Here I am being an amateur hot person.
Nope, you gotta step
Yeah.
up your game. So, anyway,
So Google. Hey Google.
Google's listening to you guys. Y'all like to be listened to when you're
Yeah.
talking at home.
Are you there, Google? It's us. Are you listening right now? We said your name 3 times like Beetlejuice, so you should be listening now.
I don't have any devices that respond to "Hey Google" or whatever.
Google,
the hell.
Google.
Who's the sword slinger? BGH13.
H13.
Well, wonderful. Good.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Sling wisely.
So anyway, we already knew that Google was listening, right? But Google came out and said, "Hey, we're listening," right? But here's the thing that gets me, and this other thing that I don't give a shit about CNBC. Google has admitted that 1,000 private conversations have been leaked, and these are partners that have leaked them. You know, admits that
Outside
partners-
companies that Google hired.
Right. That's the thing Excuse me. Oh my. That's the thing I didn't know.
Sandos are coming back up.
Sandos.
Yep.
Bringing that millennial speak back in here.
Yep.
I've had a hard day. And you have to bring that millennial
Hi,
speak in here.
Floof derp.
Anyway, so Google.
You're very fluffy. Congratulations.
Oh, hi there.
Good. Nice.
Are you floofy and derpy?
Apparently.
Oh, what's your persona? Anyway, so Google here, they've admitted that happened, but 1,000 were leaked. 1,000, like, some of them were a woman in distress. Some of them were just people ordering pizza. Who knows what else they are. Some of them were like very personal stuff. One of them was people talking about medical stuff. And the thing that got me was that it was not leaked by Google. This was leaked by a partner, meaning that Google is sharing this private stuff with outside companies, with partners, with contractors, and that sort of thing. So just so you know, anything you say to your little "Hey Google" or maybe possibly even your Amazon Alexa and that sort of thing.
Apparently, we just got the Dark's Google Home to start playing stuff.
Oh yeah,
All right. The Dark. Hang on. Don't say anything for a second.
sorry.
Okay, Google, play the safety dance. You're welcome, Dark.
Oh God.
S-S-S-S-A.
Oh yep. You have Alexa. How do you turn on Alexa?
Okay, Alexa, play safety dance. I'm just gonna make everyone's.
Is it okay, Alexa?
Yes, I got mics. Yeah.
Oh, we'll
We can dance if we want to.
we'll get you guys.
Yeah.
We'll get you guys. So should we start going to a 4-day work week? Your chair. What the? Jesus, it's worse than a Jeep that's falling apart. Sure. Should we switch to a 4-day work week? What do you think?
I mean, yes.
Should everyone switch to a 4-day?
I'm on a 6-day work week right now.
6 days and
Yeah, between this and running D&D sessions, I'm on like a 6-day work week right now.
Yeah.
But whatever.
with the other thing, people even know that you're doing that? Should we tell them? We should tell them. I think we should tell them.
What?
I think we should tell everybody that you're doing that. It's fun. It's fun. So because they can probably ask you questions and you could tell them what it's like
Oh, yeah.
to run Dungeons and Dragons
Yeah.
professionally.
So if you didn't read that article earlier that came out this week, there was a whole
I'll
thing
bring
about
it
a
up while we're
dude.
talking about this.
There was a whole thing about this dude in San Francisco who's a professional dungeon master, and like it spawned this whole conversation through him on his Twitter and stuff about people being like, I don't understand why you should have to pay to have someone run Dungeons and Dragons, and it turned into this whole like conversation about like, well, no, you're hiring someone to run you through a creative like, you know, situation. Like you're paying for creative entertainment.
It's got on Bloomberg. Look at this.
Yeah.
They blame Stranger Things right in the top, but you know what? Sure, go ahead.
Why not?
The last season of Stranger Things, no spoilers right here. It felt like I was watching a Dungeons and Dragons campaign, or like maybe a Tales from the Loop campaign, because I could clearly see some spots in the script or whatever where it was like they would be talking to some people and they would be like, all right, roll for bluff.
Yep.
And then they would get by and I'd be like, no way. But I guess they rolled a 20. So yeah, it felt like I was watching that. But so how do you guys feel about paying someone to run a custom RPG game for you, a custom Dungeons and Dragons game?
I feel great about it.
You feel great about it because people are putting money in your pocket to do it right now. And especially, especially like the companies and like marketing firms and stuff that want to do these swell team building activities.
Yeah. I mean, this guy Chucklick, or Chulik, I guess. Chucklick? I don't know, whatever. Can lead a beginner campaign for $300 for 4 hours. That's ridiculous. And for $500, he'll come to your office and run a D&D team building activity.
See, that's a good pricing strategy, because when you're bringing someone to the office, it is doing two different things. Number one, it's allowing people in the office to, you know, chill out, play a little game, and it's allowing the overlords to pretend to be really cool. Like, look how relaxed and groovy we are. We won't let you go home on time, but you can stay here extra and do things.
We should
do things that are
this
fun.
Other article while
we got more Dungeons and Dragons stuff somewhere over here.
There it is. We'll talk about this one now.
All right.
Yeah, we're talking about Dungeons and Dragons early.
Yep. You got.
Yeah.
Got it in early. Wait. Never allow. There we go. Never.
So, Wizards of the Coast says that 40 million people are playing Dungeons and Dragons. 40 million. That's so many people playing D&D.
I feel like in the beginning it was kind of a nerdy underground activity, and not a lot of people wanted to be associated with that. So you had the limited groups of people who were like, they're so nerdy they weren't even aware of it. And I remember a lot of these people because I grew up with them, and they're the type who sorry people I love, but you know, like we play D&D, and then 2 days later we're out like, you know, having a drink or something, and they're still talking about like what their character did in the campaign.
Yeah.
You know, like, so they're that into it, you know what I mean? But now it's become so broad that people who just want to do it as a casual activity and not talk about it for the next 3 days, they're not that into it, but they still, the stigma's gone, and now they can enjoy it.
I'm passively an elf.
Right. Or, you know, I'm an elf on Thursdays or whatever. Yeah. But they're allowed to be in it now because there's no longer the stigma of how, you know, of it being like a nerds only activity or a dweebs only activity or something for people who just want to live this life 24 hours a day, right?
Yeah.
So that's become a thing now. But back then there were fewer people playing, so maybe it was maybe there were more dungeon masters and game masters to go around. You know, it's a difficult job to create a universe, to create characters and scenarios and campaigns and that sort of thing.
I don't know.
When you have this many people that want to try it. It might be worth. What are they saying over there? It might be worth.
Let's see. Mucky Muck says if there were 40 million people, 40 million D&D players, then there would be more products marketed towards that audience.
Have you seen media?
Other people are talking about how a lot of people mention that they play D&D now on Tinder and stuff like that.
Really?
But I gotta say, like, and this was something I never expected. I saw the 5th edition starter set for sale in like Target. Right. Like next to other board games and stuff. So like that's gotten pretty mainstream and when you say, and like everywhere.
You know, marketed towards there would be more things marketed towards them. I feel like a lot of the media that's coming out nowadays is a direct result of people who grew up on D&D. Like Stranger Things is Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh yeah, the Duffer Brothers like 100% are like all we do is play D&D.
I mean, the Upside Down. That's what is it? Shadow Walkers. Is that pretty much what they're called?
Shadow Plane.
Shadow Plane.
Yeah.
Is that what
they called it? Yeah.
Shadow Walkers, I guess. But that's direct rip off. Demogorgon is basically straight out of D&D. Mind Flayer straight out of D&D.
Yep. I mean, those are
Yeah, I mean they're beasts, but I mean, like they were inspired. They took their inspiration from the game of Dungeons and Dragons, rather than like previous lore or whatever. So
why isn't there a D&D TV show if there's 40 million people who would watch it? There was a D&D TV show.
Was there?
There was the Dungeons and Dragons one that came out in the 70s.
Yeah, and there's
but there's also tons of like podcasts and stuff constantly going on Like Geek and Sundry and things like that.
I don't think, you know, when you say like why aren't there more like actual D&D TV shows. I think the younger generation gets it, and like up to like the around the 40-year-old age bracket or so, maybe a little bit older than that, they're really into it. But when it comes to a lot of the producers and stuff, they haven't understood that this is the new thing. They know that a lot of the stuff that they're producing is inspired by D&D, like we said, Duffer Brothers and a lot of that other stuff. These guys are showing up and they're creating these TV shows and whatnot, movies and stuff that have their roots in like this creative, like wild stuff. But I don't know if we'll have like a direct Dungeons and Dragons movie or TV show. It's not really.
I mean, there was a Dungeons and Dragons movie. It had a Wayne's brother in it, and Jeremy Irons. So whatever. But like also, if you watch now, it's also like it's popping up more in like episodes of TV and things like that.
Right.
Like people will mention
playing it.
Yeah, like, hey, we're playing D&D, like, and not just like, Big Bang Theory nerd blackface, but also like 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 Community did episodes like that. Riverdale had like that whole goblins and ghosts game or whatever it was that was their like specific D&D rip and everything like that. Like, it's starting to just like appear places more randomly, which is pretty cool.
Instead of Amazon rehashing Lord of the Rings yet again, they should have done D&D. It's kind of difficult to do D&D unless you like want to. You could pick a maybe one of the old Gygax campaigns or something and go through that. Some of those were classics and would have like immediate fan bases. Minzo Baranzan is kind of a cumbersome,
or like a Greyhawk campaign.
Yeah, Greyhawk campaign would be interesting.
Yeah.
Dark Sun, if you wanted to do like a desert lake style campaign.
Yeah.
They could probably make shows out of that stuff and it would work. I think it would really work. I would really like to see something set in the Underdark. That would be fun. They could do an entire Dritz to Jurden thing,
Yeah. Dritz is a little played out.
He's a little played out for people who've read the books and whatnot, but there's not been a movie.
He has like plot armor +5 at all times. It's just awful.
Oh. Yeah. What about Lolf? Anyway.
Back to not D&D.
Back to not D&D. Let's see. Read one more snaggle. What does he say?
My first taste of D&D was a session with a rapper, a priest, and a convicted organized crime enforcer. My English teacher was the game master. So a rapper, a priest, and a convicted organized crime enforcer walk into a bar. The English teacher says, roll for initiative. Like,
God.
You know the German lasers.
What? Oh, this one.
Yeah, German lasers.
I forgot to read this one. Did you read it?
BHJ13.
Did you read this one? I brought this one up because I wanted to talk about German lasers.
I read it as far as the acronym that they used, or
I forgot. I mean, we're all working on these giant laser systems, but in Germany they're working on a 10 to 20 kilowatt laser. So it'll be mostly to be able to knock down missiles and that sort of thing.
Yeah,
but it's always fun to think about German robots with
the Germans lasers. Are making a laser gun.
Yep,
it's a fucking laser gun, and it's called. Go back up. It's going to be called the High Energy Laser Weapon System, or the HULS.
All right, what's laser stand for? We need the entire thing here. I'm going to look up what I forgot. Light
amplification,
sterilization.
Yeah, extreme robotics.
Light amplification, sterilization, extreme robotics. That's how the robots are going to take us out. They're going to use their sterilizing laser guns.
German sex soldiers with lasers. I turn away from the chat for 1 second, guys. Come on.
You guys are wild and deserve everything that's coming to you. Should we do the loot crate? Yes.
Yeah, let's talk about loot crates.
All right, guys.
Speaking, unless we're going to talk about this. Guys. Whatever.
My special eyes.
Yeah. Does it have enough for my special eyes?
So these special eyes... Yeah, developed in Switzerland by Dr. Baylor. I don't know. I think this guy's had one too many vowel movements. Yeah.
Can you imagine when we get bionic laser eyes, though?
Bionic laser eyes from Germany.
Yeah.
1.2 kilowatts, plutonium powered, with flux capacitors. I watched Back to the Future last night for the first time in my entire life.
Yeah. Thank you, Floof. Light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation.
Is that what it is? All right, now let's go back here. What's this thing called again?
The HULAS.
What does it stand for?
High Energy Laser Weapon System.
No, it's the High Energy Light Amplification by Stimulated Emissions of Radiations
Weapon System.
That's what it is.
It's really the He Laser was.
Oh God.
Can
Can we put initialisms inside of our acronyms?
The
It's never
Germans-
been done before, sir. The Germans will
can,
do it.
Yeah.
The Germans have the
They
technology.
just put words together all the time anyway, so this was probably easy for them.
Yep, they sure did. Well, so speaking of Schadenfreude, shall we?
Hey.
That's an awful segue to the Loot Crate.
Yeah.
By the way,
Loot Crate's here,
by
though.
the way, this is our sponsor, so screw them, right?
Yeah. Let's see what we got
Have
today.
they paid us?
No.
All right, well, this is going to be shitty.
We can make fun of them all we want because they keep on sending this without paying us. So we've got...
Oh, what the hell, Jaws? All right, so if you guys are not familiar with Loot Crate, it's the loot box that you can win. Cha-ching! Did you hear the money go into our bank account?
Ding!
But seriously, it's a loot box, and there are several different ones that you can get on their website. Everything from Nerd to Fallout, there's even Star Wars ones and stuff. But you pick the one you want, or just get the default, and then every month you get a box full of goodies. A lot of the times it's like a T-shirt. They're all officially licensed. And one thing I like about them, a lot of the stuff in here is original and limited edition, so you're not going to be able to get it anywhere else. Some of it could be collectible in the future, but if you don't like it, you can put it on eBay and usually make as much as you spend on the entire box. Mouse pen.
Hi, baby. Okay.
All right, what we got here?
Thanks for subscribing, Jogos.
Oh, that's pretty cool. We got 2 books.
Got 2 books. We have Regrettable Superheroes and Regrettable Supervillains.
Huh.
They kind of lead you through... Look here, you find a regrettable superhero and I'll find a regrettable villain. Ready?
Yes, all right.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Madam Fatal. A very touching farewell. Okay, so
Yep.
Madam Fatal is an old lady mortality, grandma death, also known as that nice Mrs. Vengeance from next door.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's known as
mine is the Seaweed Queen. Seaweed Queen. And she is the enemy of Kinks Mason. And she debuted in Captain Flight number 5, sung to the tune of Dancing Queen by ABBA.
What?
Seaweed Queen.
Is this real?
No, it's a little joking thing. But anyways, so I got that. Let's see what else we got in here. No
All right,
T-shirt this
here you
time
go,
around.
over there.
We got 2 books though.
2 books, no T-shirts.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, whatever. ¿Qué es este? Oh, it's
that is
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
What's this thing called?
The Terror Dog.
Terror Dog. You guys
Yep.
can't see it, can you? There we go.
Uh,
Terror Dog pen.
ooh, you're gonna like this one.
Is I?
You might, if you like stuff from Blade Runner.
Ooh, look at that.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
But is it real?
Yeah, it's the Tyrell Corp.
It's a joke.
Oh, okay. It's never real.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got in
Is
here.
it a real owl?
We've got
That's pretty freaking cool. This is an iron-on, right? Or
probably.
what is it? It looks like an iron-on patch.
Dun 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 dun.
Oh yes, this show is wonderful. I wish I could.
Congratulations, Floofderp. You're now the sword.
You know, I wish I was somebody else so I could be watching this
Yeah,
shit right
like
now.
Kanye.
Like Kanye West, yeah.
My only regret is not being able to watch myself perform. Oh, don't worry. We have more to talk about with Kanye
That's
later.
where the audience should have like. We're going to pick that
Okay.
up later.
I'll pick it up later, just like I do with everything.
We'll see.
Okay, so this is a Jaws drain stopper.
All right.
Stop your water.
If I went into someone's house and they had that, I'd be like, "You're way too nerdy.
Yeah.
Please don't tell me about your D&D campaign over the weekend. I was
Yeah,
not there."
everyone's immediately called it a butt plug, of course.
I mean, whatever you guys are into, we're not going to judge.
No kink shames here. Yeah. And this last one is
Smell that brand new rubber.
oof. That is choice. All right. Doom doom doo 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 doom 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 doo 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 doo.
Bustin', 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 bustin'.
Bustin' makes me feel good. Same.
Yep. How about that? Our advertisements may be long, but by God,
Yeah.
we have fun with them.
Yeah.
And if you don't check out LukeRay.com, I'll kill you. So that's
Yep, I
how
will.
this works.
Punch you back to the 1400s. Look, we got Peter Venkman here with Slimer coming off the
when's
bat.
the new Ghostbusters
2020.
come out? Why is it
It's called
so,
Ghostbusters 2020.
Why is it so exciting right now? Like, why,
Because it's in the process of production. Dan Aykroyd wrote it, so whatever.
it's gonna be good. Dan
Yeah.
Aykroyd writes some stuff.
So we got some nice Venkman getting
ZN.
slimed here.
ZN just subscribed. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
ZN, Zion. What do you call it?
Zion?
I don't know.
Oh, hey, this detaches.
Oh,
In
really?
case you want to just have him covered in some slime, or a lot of slime.
I have to rewatch that movie too, since I just watched Back to the Future for the first time. I've seen this one, but I've only seen the first Ghostbusters. Were any of the other ones any good?
Yeah.
They were. All right, well, check out Loot Crate. Moving right along, and this thing.
Footloose and fancy free.
Okay, we're already past that.
And that.
Okay, we were talking about eyeballs. So bionic eyes could be a thing, and it's mostly because of a sort of a neural interface with the brain. And of course, that's what neural interface means.
Bionic eyes are watching you.
What?
Is there private eyes?
Oh.
Yeah. Sorry. It's Friday. I don't care anymore.
This show's a musical this week.
Yeah, it's been a very musical show.
It has. Where's the remote? Oh, there it is. There. That makes it even more mystical. God damn it! Anyway, bionic eyes could be a thing in the future. There are some new ones that they're trying to bypass I believe it's optic nerve and just go straight to the brain. But
yeah,
a lot of this is going to be a lot of this is about the interface with the brain more than the optics. And once they figure that out, we'll have bionic eyes.
Would you rather live for cybernetics or singularity?
Cybernetics.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be a cyborg. Like, sure.
Yeah, why not?
Bring on. If I can live forever as a robot,
Super cool. Yeah.
As long as everything tastes the same and I can still have sex, then I'm all good.
Yeah.
You know? But if they're like, no sex and food's going to taste like cardboard, I'll be like, kill me. You know?
Yeah.
That's it. Kill me. Bitcoin will be the mainstream.
Before cyber eyes become mainstream. I mean, yeah.
And Bitcoin's big enough that Trump was talking about it this week, saying like Bitcoin is not real money.
Even the old man in the White House heard about it.
Like, what is this Bitcoin? It's not real money.
I know what real money is.
I couldn't buy hookers with it. That's how he judges his things. Can you buy a hooker with it? So therefore, cocaine is real money.
I can buy a hooker with just about anything.
But not Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I'm going to find him the hooker that takes Bitcoin. Anyway, we don't get political here. Trump is an ass. Moving right along.
Yeah.
But so is everybody on the other side. But Republicans and Democrats are
Everyone's an asshole.
all stupid.
They're all assholes.
Costa Rica's banned styrofoam.
Good job.
So now no one from America is gonna go there anymore because you can't. What are you gonna do with your leftovers? You don't want to throw that away, do you?
Aluminum foil.
Aluminum foil.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't stack the same way.
Mm.
Anyway, this is going to take. This is going into effect in a couple of years, but they've already banned styrofoam in Costa Rica, so it's already one of the places on the planet that has some of the cleanest air. It's a very green place. But
Doing a way better job than we are.
one thing that's interesting right now is there's a lot of people online complaining about like styrofoam and complaining about like our personal consumption and stuff and throwing plastic down. And yeah, that's bad to throw plastic down. But when you look at pollution as a whole, there are like a few major companies that are doing like 90% of the polluting.
Yeah.
And, you know, we're like doing the best we can and like being as frugal as possible. And like sometimes just like, you know, I don't know, whatever everybody does when it comes to this stuff. But people kind of go over the top to make sure that they're having as little carbon footprint as possible when really these companies keep going to, you know, the government and being like, hey, can we dump some more sludge? And the government's like, how much money you got?
Of course you can, sweetie.
I got a campaign fund. If you guys could help a little bit, or I've got this dinner. It's about $300,000 for a kind of mediocre steak.
Yeah.
But if you do that, maybe we'll talk about like letting you chop down some more trees. So that's really what's going on. And until people stop loving money so much, it's not going to change in my opinion. But yeah. Anything good over there going on?
People want to know how we feel about straws.
Straws.
Into it. Yeah. Paper straws instead of plastic straws? Totally. Why not?
They don't last as long, so you have to drink your beverage quickly.
Or you could just drink your beverage out of the cup.
I'm not really a straw kind of guy
being.
unless I'm in a car and I'm forced to, but even then I'd rather have a bottle, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, so you guys, we talked about Prenda a lot back in the tech days, right? So Prenda Law was a law firm that did something I thought was hilarious in an evil way, and I'm glad that they're going to prison and stuff. So this guy named John Steele and his other friend, Paul Hansmeyer. Hansmeyer.
Sure.
So what they did was pretty funny. They started several different shell companies, right? And then they would upload porn to different torrenting websites and stuff like that. Like they would put porn on there that they owned the rights to. So they had the rights to all this porn. And then they would use one of their shell companies to send a letter to people at home being like, hey, we know you downloaded Big Booty Hose Part 4. We caught you, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
You can give us $1,000 or else we're going to sue you and we're going to call the local newspaper and tell everybody that you were watching Big Booty Hose. And then people would be so like scared to be like, oh no, someone knows that I looked at porn. I'm going to get in trouble and have to go to...
Someone knows that I'm human.
Does anyone in the comments not look at naked people? It's kind of weird. So I guess a lot of people in the Bible Belt probably went for this because they were like, I don't want to get divorced. You know?
What's a porn?
Yeah. Anyway, these guys got caught doing this because all the shell companies were tied to them, and then it just took a little bit of scratching. Like one of the guys who got sued was like, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
So he just started doing the research, and his lawyer started doing the research, and they were like, by the way, all these companies that are doing this shit, they're all owned by this guy named John Steele. So anyway, they found him, and here's the funny thing. Dude and his partner stole $6 million. $6 million. His punishment, he has to pay back $1.5 million and go to jail for 5 years.
Okay.
The American justice system.
It just works.
He's
About as well as Twitch justice system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like Dr. Disrespect levels of injustice. Yeah. Wow. So he pays back 1.5 million, 5 years. Okay. You catch a slightly brown person with a marijuana in his pocket. How long are you going to send him to prison? 18 years, probably.
Yeah, it depends on a lot of things.
You know, there were cases...
according to the like the whole system, a lot of things play into that too, depending on like what race you are,
right,
where you're located, what the decriminalization status is in the state, and stuff like that. All those things take into play with it, because like a white dude being caught with a little bit of weed is like very different from a black dude being caught with a little bit of weed according to the legal system.
Right.
Like, which is disgusting.
So there's some states, I think this is recently they finally started releasing people, and I think it was Illinois who had people who had been arrested in like the 90s for having an ounce of weed.
Yeah. And
they were still in jail as of like a month and a half ago, even though it's now legal there.
Mm-hmm. In California, yeah.
Yeah, places that it's legal. People have been in jail for like having some weed. And anyway, you got guys like this and people who are committing bank fraud, and they show up and they've got their court systems and stuff. And I almost feel like the powers that be are like, the powers that be are looking at these guys and being like, shit, I wish I'd thought of that first. All right, 5 years because you got caught, but
yeah, next time do it better.
Yeah, next time pay us off, you jackass.
Do they send the person behind AutoZone huffing brake cleaner from a dirty rag? Serious question.
What does that mean?
Do they send them to prison too? Are they an employee of the AutoZone?
Well, that's the thing. See, huffing brake cleaner was not something that black jazz musicians did.
Yeah, so it's not a...
So it wasn't, there was no stigma behind that. It was like a, like some like white dude named Chuck or whatever. Like you take your car to get it fixed and like Chuff's Chuff's hucking stuff.
Yeah.
Hucking.
Huff and Chuck. Classic Huff and Chuck.
And that's no big deal. But if it was like some black dude and they were like huffing it and then going on stage and playing into a room full of people, like some jazz.
That's why they called them jazz cigarettes.
Yep. And that's where a lot of the stigma for weed came from in the first place, is that they associated with like lower class and black people. So
whoever wants to change their username to Huff and Chuck, more power to you.
By all means.
Yeah. Welcome aboard, Huff and Chuck.
What's his name? Is that Custom Hank?
Yeah.
Custom Hank is now Huff and Chuck.
Yeah. Huff and Chuck.
Anyway.
They call me Chuck.
I've had enough of this social justice
Huff
business.
And Chuck. HR Huff and Chuck.
I'm just skipping this one. It's boring.
Okay, yeah, it's boring. That's also more.
Hey, more political stuff. I'm kind of bored with this. Deepfakes are going to influence the election because people are fucking stupid.
Yep.
And in the United States, when someone says like, hey, that was actually a fake video, what people are going to do? They're going to be like, I don't want to believe it.
Yeah, well, Mary on Facebook said it was real, so I'm going to believe her.
And then that'll be the
she's my neighbor.
Like, well, what about all this evidence? Not even going to look. Nope. That's where we are in America right now. So if you guys in the rest of the world are following in our footsteps, you have that to look forward to.
Hooray.
Speaking of following in our footsteps, you should be wearing our. Do you want to be the swankest? Then you need to get our swank gear.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, we have the Google does not care about your shirt. I ordered some more of those reprint, and I've got a couple more shirts on the way that I'm waiting on the artwork. It's a little bit more elaborate, but I'll have some new shirts in soon. And thanks a lot for grabbing all the mice and stuff. All right, moving right along. Why?
Yes. So you know how sometimes you just read an article and you read the topic of it and you just go, what the fuck did I just read? Here you go. Darth Yeezy? Kanye West is building low-income housing based on Star Wars. I'm going to read that one more time. Kanye West is building low-income housing based on Star Wars. What the actual fuck?
Hey, you know what? But
Yeah,
someone needs to do it.
His plan is to build like domed adobe houses.
That's actually really
like the ones on Tatooine.
But that's really actually that's going to be efficient, and especially in warmer climates and stuff. Those things are pretty efficient and cheap to build.
Yeah.
I mean,
also, this picture. This picture looks like he's about to spit water on somebody. Like, I don't know what it is. Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah, Bard, Snaggleby, whatever. Your stuff was sent out this week. I forgot to send you the tracking number, but your Finnick mouse is on the way, sir.
You're welcome.
Yes, indeed. Mm-hmm. And shipping to the Netherlands is not too bad. Not as bad as I thought, but still bad.
So, you know. This was really funny for us because we're playing a game called The Sprawl right now, which is like a Cyberpunk style D6 based game. And part of the game is you have to make up corporations that are like, you know, represent different, you know, commodities and stuff that they present. And each person at the table gets to pick one. And the corporation I made was called Ye Corp, which YE Corp, which was Kanye West in the future has now like taken over everything. And that include luxury housing on the list. So we were all joking about how funny that would be and how ridiculous that would be.
Luxury housing.
Yeah, if he did that. And then this article came out like 2 days later.
Yeah, it was a little spooky. We shared it in our chat, our group chat for our you know, tabletop.
It was like an X-Files. Like I'm predicting the future, but
it's a little bit
should
weird.
Stop.
Snaggleby has some big box games for us. I'm telling you, man, as soon as we get paid, I'm gonna send you some money for that shipping.
Yeah.
We haven't been paid in 2 months. I don't know what went on for the summer, but like everyone changed staff, and we kept getting all these emails being like, "Everyone's changed staff, so we'll pay you guys later."
And it's like, okay, well, we didn't change staff, so if you wanted to pay us now, that would be cool.
Yeah, we didn't change staffs, and we're fucking starving.
Yeah. Anyway. Speaking of other things, Don Cheadle is going to be in Space Jam 2. Fucking, I don't even know what they're doing for casting in this movie anymore, but Don Cheadle is gonna be in Space Jam 2. Literally, that man can walk onto a movie set and be like, "Hey, put me in your movie," and people will go like, "Yes, sir, right away, sir. We'll write a part for you right now."
Where's Bill Murray? Is he gonna be in this?
I hope. I don't know.
It'd be funny if
It'd
be really funny if Dan Aykroyd shows up and someone looks at him and is like, "Hey, when did Bill Murray show up?"
Yeah.
That would be good.
You don't know who Don Cheadle is? Come on.
Okay, who wants a Cuphead animated series? Is there any talking in Cuphead?
Yeah. Well, there's like the narrator saying stuff like, "Ready?"
Do the characters actually say anything other than just like "ouch" and stuff?
I don't think so.
How's that gonna work, and what's it gonna be about? So there's gonna be a Cuphead show on Netflix, and what's the guy behind this? What's his name? Where's the dude?
The creator of Cuphead, or
yeah. Because he says that he wants to stay as far away as possible from from computer
Moldenhauer. Yes.
So Chad Moldenhauer says he wants to stay as far away as possible from computer animated or computer assisted animation. They drew 50,000 frames of animation for the game, inked them and colored them individually. It's in the Guinness Book of World Records as having the most hand-drawn art or the most hand-drawn frames ever in a video game. So that's in the Guinness Book of World Records.
Custom Hank wants to know what we imagine their voices sounding like. For me, I view Cuphead being voiced by Billy West.
Who's Billy West?
The Fry from Futurama. And he does Bugs Bunny and stuff now. because Mel Blanc is dead.
I
He's a very good voice actor. Anyway, I view him doing a very similar Fry voice for Cuphead, and deep down, I hope Mugman has like the deepest voice ever.
Like just
Like, I don't know, Cuphead.
it's like you
Damn.
know, like you love me, baby. That kind of voice, like
shut up, baby. Like, yeah. That's what I'm hoping for.
you know you need me. Yeah, that would be cool. I feel like they're gonna make Cuphead's voice a little Mickey-esque, and I'm worried about that.
Yeah.
You know,
oh
I mean, he's Mickey with a cup. That's what he is.
Basically.
that body's Mickey, right?
Sure.
It's Mickey. Anyway, any more good comments over there?
Since Cuphead was based on the 1930s cartoon, the show might be a silent show, just music and title cards for the dialogue. That would be cool, like the old Betty Boop and stuff like that.
Yeah, but not a lot of people are going to watch it. It's not as accessible to. I mean, unless you want to be really cool and hip, then you'll watch it. But I don't think it's as accessible. Anyway, I wanted you guys to see this game. It's every now and then you find like a game that's not getting a lot of press, but this is in very early development, just made by a guy named Justin Foley, and Prettium. He says it's a Souls-like, but I like some of the hack and slash stuff that's going on here. I like the fact that it's a little slower pace, but it's more based on casting and stuff. But it looks pretty as it is now, and decent inventory system. So if you see something like this and it looks really cool, let us know and we'll talk about it. Or if you're making a game and you know you want us to check it out.
That's a cool spell.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Nice.
And this is like way early.
It's a good effect.
Yeah, and it just looks good, you know. So
Leaning out of the window, will Linus Tech review your Fennec?
if I have $10,000, he'll review it.
Yeah, we also don't want him to drop it while he's talking about it.
I don't care if he drops it. Yeah. If he reviews it, we'll get a lot of people purchasing it. But yeah, no, I can't. I'm not gonna be able to afford to pay their staff to edit videos and stuff like that. It'll cost too much money. So. Yeah. It would be cool. And I don't think they would look at it just as like, hey, there's a cool product or whatever like that. They probably wouldn't look at it just like that. They would probably let us buy an ad. That's what I think. But even then, I've already asked them to, what their ad rates were, and I didn't get an email back. So I don't know. That was like a year and something ago. Like, hey, what are your ad rates? I think they were being like, we can't tell you.
They're trying to do corporate espionage.
That's trade secret.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, damn it. I'm in 2 different universes, guys. Sorry. Anyway, cool looking game. Put it on your list if you like that kind of stuff. Lord of the Rings into an MMO. So they got a TV show coming out. Now they're making a Lord of the Rings MMO. What happened to weren't they making another MMO that was supposed to be like a...
Isn't there already a Lord of the Rings MMO?
Yeah, but no, is there?
Yeah.
I don't think it's around anymore.
I'm pretty sure there is. I'm pretty sure people still play it.
Really? I didn't think it was around anymore.
Does anyone back me up on this? Is there still a Lord of the Rings MMO? I'm pretty sure there is.
In my brain, I can see.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings Online. Thank you.
Is it still around?
Yeah. Pretty sure it's still around.
I mean, I didn't... For some reason, all I can see in my brain is the Warhammer MMO, like the old...
Yeah, they still, school. Yeah. So anyways, they're making a new one, but...
Online.
I'm trying. Ooh, he's trying. Yeah.
2007.
Yep.
So it's about out of...
Still going strong, though.
Is it?
Yeah, looks like it. Holy hell.
Well, what do you know?
Yeah.
Well, now there's going to be another one made by Amazon. What happened to that other MMO that Amazon was making that was supposed to be like this fully realized, beautiful world made with their CryEngine thing? I don't know. All right. Let's move along then. So this started on someone sending a direct message to one of the guys working on Cyberpunk asking, hey, can we kill anybody?
Like kids, NPCs?
Anybody? He just said anybody. They responded with like, all right, listen, plot essential NPCs and children cannot be killed. And this is something that kind of started with like the game, I think Oblivion. Like that was one of the main games that like we're like, all right, listen, we're not going to let you break the game. You can't kill super important NPCs and you can't kill kids. But before that game, like Morrowind and stuff, you could kill essential people, and it was like, oh, your game's that quest is just done.
Man, and like all you want to do is like fuss Roda, that girl in white, that comes up like, oh, are you here to lick my father's boots? You just want to be like, fuss, and like send her across this town. Like that's all I wanted to do the whole time.
Kill Hookers 2077. This is not Grand Theft Auto. We've got Grand Theft Auto news to talk about, but this is not going to be Grand Theft Auto. They said that most people you can like get aggressive with. So like if you can't kill them, you could probably use dialogue options and curse.
Fuck you, kid.
Yeah, you son of a bitch. Whatever.
Go away, kid. You bother me.
But mods.
Yeah, I'm sure someone will release the Kill Kids mod shortly after they work on the nude mods.
Yeah, nude mods always come first.
Yep. Textures, nude.
Yeah, nude
then
textures.
killing. And left-hand rings if they don't allow them. When I was modding Skyrim for the first time and like looking through all the mods and stuff, that was the first mod I installed because I was like, you mean I can have 2 rings on? Whoa!
Like he says, Cyberpunk should have a toggle for it, Kill Kids mode on.
Yeah.
Well, they can't do that because of political reasons right now. Like everyone's so sensitive that if they had that in there, even if it was for the purpose of realism, they'd be like, no, this is not the days of Fallout 1 and 2.
Because someone on Twitch would just go around killing only children and
posting it
offended someone and then get kicked off and then come back on a couple weeks later to even bigger views and even more bullshit. And yeah.
That's what's going to happen.
Yep.
So a lot of the people who complain the loudest on Twitter are people who don't even play the game in the first place. Like they're just people who their full-time job is to go on Twitter and complain and get pats on the back so they can all get together and be like, we're outraged together.
Yay.
I feel like that's a new pastime. It's like a new game. Everyone's favorite game is complaining on Twitter. Anyway, wait for the mods. That's all I got to say about that.
Hey, a bunch of people have mentioned this in the comments already, but we'll talk about it as well.
Age of Wonders 3.
It's free. Age of Wonders free. Woo. Yeah. So anyways,
if you guys want a strategy game, strategy role-playing game. You said free. 3, yes. And role-playing things game is good. There, I said words.
You did. Good job. Good for you, buddy.
How dare you?
You tried.
All right, so go grab your free game. Buttons for what's that? The FIDIC standard issue
has more buttons than the Phoenix Swift.
Yeah, it has more buttons. It has an up and down button for the DPI/CPI rather than just one button for the DPI
to cycle through and back.
Yeah, to cycle through. Yeah. And it also has a sniper button on the side. I don't really use the sniper button, but it's out of the way of my thumb, so I don't care. I just like the feel of it.
Yeah.
Psychonauts 2 delayed until 2020.
Warp.
So
hopefully it'll still be. That means it's just going to be that much better.
Hopefully. It's published by Microsoft now, so maybe they've got a little more budget, and they're like, you know what, let's go ahead and polish her up. So.
Hey, it's better than it being canceled, okay?
Yeah, I'm okay with the game being delayed, especially if it means less crunch time for the people involved. Because if they were trying to get it out by Christmas or whatever, except I don't know when they were trying to get it out, but if they were trying to get it out by the end of the year and they were forcing people to work 90-hour weeks and stuff, that's not good. So, what is it?
Justin, help me deal with this emotional roller coaster. You're gonna be fine, Snaggle. There's other games to play until Psychonauts 2 comes out. Don't worry.
Yeah, we got some more games. Yeah. What else we got?
So
we mentioned GTA.
Yeah. So
we need to play this video first. I want to know does this look real?
Yeah.
Guys, does this look real? Here we go. I got plane coming in for
realistic.
Landing. This truck stops right here. Truck stops way too quickly.
Yeah. As does the plane.
And the plane's like, nope. All right, so apparently this is real. Oh, that's close. You know what? That's kind of a hats off thing to GTA 5.
Yeah.
Because if this was real enough to fool politicians into thinking it was real, then that's pretty crazy. So anyway, this politician here, Pakistani politician, he congratulated the pilot on Twitter.
Oh my God! Yeah, because we
politicians, they know how to game, right?
Politicians totally know how to game.
Dude, how much do they know how to game?
Not at fucking all. Turns out that Congress is really bad at Rocket League. Just like they're really bad at a lot of things.
Do they have time to practice? That's not fair. I mean, who are they playing against?
Each other. They were playing 2 versus 2 matches.
Are they streaming this?
Yeah, they were streaming it. And they had a bunch of different representatives from like Florida and New York and things like that. Notable things were someone tell them the boost key, please. Yeah.
It's. I guess they're just trying to have fun. Is this a fellow kids moment, or are they allowed to have fun like this?
I don't know. Katie Hill said she'd much rather play first-person shooter. That's more her thing.
Okay.
Which is what you really want to hear from your congressman.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shooting's more my thing.
Great.
Yeah, good.
I'd vote for her.
Yeah.
She's not gonna try to use video games as a scapegoat whenever there's some violence or anything like that. But yeah, politicians playing games, I'm okay with it.
Sure.
Even if right now if it's a little bit of a fellow kids type thing. What have you got over there?
You want to ask this question? Speaking of games.
Yeah, let's talk about.
Okay, let's talk about this really quick.
I think we mentioned this once a long time ago. But
It might have been a long time ago, but this question got brought back up again.
Jesus, weeping on the cross, dying and bleeding for days.
I'm in the middle of something. Yeah. So, this guy. What is the proper way to hold this
I'll show
controller? So,
fighting games. Mm-hmm. Every other game, like that. That's how you hold the damn thing.
yeah.
All right, Justin, show me how you hold this thing.
So, like a heathen, this is how I played every single game. Was just
flip it
holding it like
around.
this.
And rotate it. There you go.
Just holding it like this.
And then how would you do the? So you'd like
Z button with my middle finger, bruh.
You did not.
That's why it's so strong.
You're not just.
That's why it's so strong.
Bruh.
I did.
That poor thing.
I did. I stand by it. You can get over it.
You don't still play that way, do you? The wrong way?
I don't know the last time I had one of these controllers in my hand was for Pete's sakes.
I still use one of these with emulators.
Yep.
And like a USB. So you were like smacking this. What in the fuck? and holding it like this.
Yeah.
God, you monster. You deserve all the hand cramps that you got. Look at
I
this
never
thing.
got hand cramps. I only got the Mario Party callus from having to rotate the thing like this to spin circles and stuff.
Anyone getting aroused right now?
Yeah.
All right, that's enough
Yeah.
of this.
Okay. So,
Well,
just to sell that question, happy to know that I'm a heathen.
all right, let's see what's going on in Portland and then get out of here because it's 2,000 degrees in this office.
Yep.
All right. Taking a look at PDF. I'm not going to log in right now. Stop it.
Knock it out.
I'll let you read some of these while I
Let's
drink
see.
coffee.
All right. Report of a male associated with a Winnebago throwing knives at a tree. No further calls. He's just associated with a Winnebago.
And he's throwing knives at trees.
Oh, you mean Hank, the Winnebago guy? Yeah. Oh, of course.
Is he Winnebago man? Could he actually be here in
Could you do me a
Portland?
kindness? Could you do me a small kindness and get my knives out of the trees?
God, that would be amazing if he's here. But he's not going to come out
Yeah.
of the woods to be bothered by a bunch of nonsense around here.
To Southeast Grand and Stark. Caller reports they saw a 50-year-old male push over a female using a walker. Then he sat on her while she was on the ground. Male then walked off southbound.
How old was the female?
I don't know. Well, old enough to use a walker.
Maybe because it doesn't. There's no more details here. What if, like, right now we hate this 50-year-old guy, right? He's an asshole. But what if this was like some 20-year-old girl who stole the walker from somebody and is doing this as a joke, like, ha 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 ha, look at me on a walker, and he like walked over and pushed her over and sat on her and like, there you go, bitch. What if it's that? We don't know who to hate. They didn't give us enough money so that we could figure out who to be outraged at. And right now I'm outraged at that. Yes. Power play? Wow.
Yeah.
That was a power. What else we got here?
I don't know. Like, a lot of these are just boring.
Impersonating a construction
Yeah,
worker. That one's
fire.
pretty good.
Okay, yeah. So, caller reporting of a male walking around outside a building scheduled to be demolished. Subject described as a black male wearing a hard hat and yellow reflective vest. Caller thinks he's impersonating a construction worker.
Okay, why would he not be a construction worker?
Yeah.
If this place is planned to be demolished. What is?
Yeah.
Why is it? Because he's black, and they're like black people can't do construction, which they can. I don't understand what they didn't give us enough information to figure out who to be outraged at.
Yeah.
Guys, Portland. I need to know who to hate.
Fire en route to PPB North Precinct for a commercial fire alarm. Officer at the station says fire can stand down. They don't have a fire, just a problem with a toaster.
Call the police.
Yep.
Call the National Guard. Call everything. Yeah. This one down here. Portland police.
Yeah, Portland police to the east end of the Steel Bridge report of a male lubricating something on the tracks. Just lubricating something.
What is he doing? He's covering the train tracks in WD-40, being like, now the train will slip. It will slip into the river and release all of its contents. That's what he does with his hands.
Yeah.
All right.
Boring.
Whoa.
Okay.
Is that the sheriff?
Yeah.
That's the sheriff. The missing people.
Okay, here we go. Police and fire to Southeast 150th. Caller reports a male tried to light something on fire in his lap and instead lit his lap on fire and is now dancing around trying to put it out. Fire guy described as wearing very colorful and burnt clothing.
Fire guy.
Yeah.
All right.
Report of a suspicious male out front of Rudy's barbershop throwing money at people and causing a disturbance.
Yeah, I'd be really disturbed if someone was throwing money at me and be like, how dare you, son of a bitch. Yeah. That pretty much it. Mm-hmm. Any machetes?
I haven't seen any.
Let me machete this thing.
Wait. Oh, man.
Oh, we got a machete.
Police flag down. Report of a subject swinging a machete. Subject last seen. That's boring.
Boring, but
I just saw one that was standing in the gore.
A little bit lower. Standing in the gore, then we're done.
Where was it? You just
here. Let me search for gore.
Yeah. Okay. Police to I-5 northbound. Report of a male standing in the gore, point dancing, and possibly blocking traffic.
What does standing in the gore mean?
Maybe the road it was supposed to be and it just got misspelled, but yeah. Standing in the gore.
What the hell is
in the gore point? What is a gore point? What's a gore point?
Gore point?
Maybe it's a gore point, not point dancing? What's a gore point? Let's find out, guys.
All right, here comes a bunch of weird stuff. Okay, gore point. What is this?
Oh, a gore point is a triangular-shaped zone painted with several white lines. It's designed to help safety manage traffic flowing to Oh, it's that spot that people always wait till the last second to get over.
And then they get gibbed.
Yeah.
Insane gibs.
Got it.
So that's the gore point.
Not as fun. All right. Well,
I'm waiting for the movie.
Yeah.
Gore point. This summer.
Well, we learned something. We
learned it together. Did anybody know what the gore point was?
Yeah.
Anybody out there?
Nope.
Anybody?
We all learned today together.
I want to know if anybody knew what it was.
And it's all brought us closer as friends, I think.
Yeah, I love all you guys too.
You guys are great.
From the corner of my heart, not the bottom, just the corner area. Bye, everybody.